You don't seem quite yourself this morning. I know you didn't sleep well.
Yeah, I'm sorry I kept you awake. I've been tossing and turning all night.
No, you didn't. I didn't sleep well either. Guess we both have a lot on our minds lately.
I guess we do. Now, won't you listen to me? Whatever's going to happen, whatever we will be subjected to, we will survive. We have children, we have grandchildren. In the eyes of God, you and I are married. And whoever wants to dispute that, let him. You and I both know in our hearts it is true.
I love you so much. But I can't help worrying. I know how troubled you've been. The scheme of Diane's has been weighing on both of us.
My darling, I'm going to meet with my lawyer today. And we'll take care of all of this, okay?
Good.
What brings you by, Jack? Here to gloat?
Gloat about what?
Don't give me that. I'm sure you know everything.
Well, Diane's told me about your past and the fact that you kept it from her, if that's what you mean. So?
Now you're here to deliver the bad news.
I'm here for one reason. To find out what you're planning.
Planning.
Where your client is concerned, her case against Victor.
Jack, I'm not even sure Diane still wants me to represent her.
Relax. My gut tells me you're going to survive this.
I wish I could be that confident.
I didn't say I was confident. But let's look at the evidence. If she was going to fire you, she'd have done it by now. But then again, I could be wrong. She could be on the verge of dumping you as we speak.
Still thinking about Mr. Baldwin?
I had such complete confidence in the man.
And now you only have questions.
Not a good situation to have all these doubts. Putting my entire future in Michael's hands.
Well, it sounds to me like you're going to make a change.
Thanks. I hate to do it. He's been so effective. But if I feel this torn, what choice do I have?
Hey, Cal.
Hey.
Got a check for you.
Oh. Wow. Not very much.
Sorry, kid. Not exactly a gold mine here.
Hey, it's a job. A place I can sing. And you giving me a room upstairs, too.
Yeah, still. I know you got a lot bigger dreams than singing in a dive like this. Huh?
It's not a dive. It's just not upscale, that's all.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Rob, listen. It means a lot to me, you giving me this job. And beggars really can't be choosers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, my instincts tell me you're not going to be a beggar for very long, Miss Kelly. Excuse me. Crow's Nest. Yeah, who'd you want to speak to? Kelly?
Your mom's still asleep?
Oh, no, she's usually up with the roosters.
Maybe she's in the shower.
Possible, I suppose. Oh, here she is.
Well, good morning, you two.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Charlie.
What a nice surprise. Come in. Can I get you some coffee? Mary's upstairs dressing. She shouldn't be too much longer.
Yeah, thank you. I think coffee would be a good idea.
Okie dokie. Be right back.
Let me see if I can quote you directly. I think my mother's a little bit lonely. Maybe we should go surprise her.
What is so amusing at this hour?
Good morning, Mrs. Newman.
Miguel? Veronica?
I trust you found the cinnamon rolls I left for your breakfast.
Yes. I was a little surprised at your note.
I needed to pick up Veronica. I hope you don't mind.
Cole's on a deadline. I brought some research material.
I understand you're doing an excellent job for him.
Well, don't listen to Miguel. He's biased.
With good reason. Come find me after your meeting. I'll drive you back.
All right. Goodbye, Mrs. Newman.
Take care, Veronica. Miguel, if your smile were any bigger, it wouldn't fit in this room.
Good morning to you, too. Come here. Made you some coffee back there.
Oh, really?
I am not interested.
Hey. If you start all this, you're gonna make us both late. You know that, right?
Well, Nate's still away at his sleepover.
Girl, you are trouble. Trouble.
The very best kind.
Yes, you are.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Prove it?
Oh.
Jack, is there a point to this visit, or are you just here to annoy me?
You know, I have never been your #1 fan, but more and more, you've won me over. You've been doing a hell of a job for a lady I care a great deal about.
Good. Gee, when I'm out of my butt, I'll have the comfort of knowing I changed your mind about
What I'm trying to say is you should not be fired. Look, you were hired to do a job. You're doing it in spades, at least if I understand things correctly. Newman is a mess. Most people wouldn't see that. I do. You found the ultimate loophole. One that has your client as Mrs. Victor Newman for as long as she likes. And Victor and Nikki can't be legally married unless she agrees to step aside.
Well, that is a bit of an oversimplification.
But essentially true.
Within limits, Jack. If Victor wants to be divorced, eventually he will be. Of course, it will be a very long, very unpleasant road for him.
Not to mention expensive.
Very expensive.
That puts Diane right in the catbird seat. And with that, she has powers. Powers to demand certain things.
What sort of things?
Things. Things Victor would have to give up to get his freedom. Things that go above and beyond money. Am I right about that?
Depending on how it was framed. I would say Diane would be able to get her hands on almost anything she wants. provided Victor is sufficiently motivated to get this over with quickly.
And every day Newman delays things, it's another $1 for Diane, multiplied by umpteen. And another day, he can't make an honest woman of Nikki.
Well, as Diane's legal advisor, I'd have to say that's an accurate assessment of how things stand, except for one thing.
What's that?
I'm not at all certain that's my role anymore.
Oh, you're starting to sound paranoid again.
Do you really expect me to believe that this is all just going to blow over? That Diane's not going to paint me with the same brush as Victor, a man who lied to her and used her to get what he wants, because I guarantee you that's exactly what the woman thinks about me. And frankly, I am not really sure that I blame her.
So you think Baldwin's stalling?
Evidently you agree.
I haven't heard a peep out of him since you went to see Diane to tell her everything you knew about her lawyer's questionable past.
I have a feeling that after our last talk, Diane realized that she shouldn't be represented by that scumbag.
Victor, I realize that's your fondest wish, but I seriously doubt it. However, if it is true, she hasn't hired a replacement yet. I would have been notified almost immediately as soon as a new lawyer had taken over.
Perhaps without Michael Baldwin at her side, Diane will listen to reason.
Shall I set up a meeting?
Wonder if the time is right for me to have a second meeting with her. Get things on a more positive footing.
Without the lawyers?
Oh, yeah. Without the lawyers. She seemed receptive before.
It's worth a try. You have nothing to lose, and at this point...
Please don't say everything to gain. The fact is, John, I've everything to lose. The question is how much.
Keep it out of court, Victor. Settle with the woman. If you can manage to do that, you'll be light years ahead.
I'll call you.
I thought we postponed the honeymoon.
Only the official one.
Well, I think we managed to create a reasonable facsimile in our hotel suite.
Yeah, I just wish those deadlines had kept me from whisking you away somewhere.
I'm a very patient woman.
And you have proved that over and over again.
Who is it?
Me called Veronica?
Hey, how are you? Come on in.
Good. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Oh, no. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I'll come back later.
No, don't you dare. You're fine.
But this... No, really, Veronica, it's fine. I have to get to work anyway. I was just stealing a few extra moments with my very sexy new husband. And I will see you tonight.
Oh, better
Bye.
believe it. Bye, baby.
Bye.
Chris, this is not funny.
What, that your mom has a love life? Paul, it's just bad timing. You know how we feel when your mom picks the wrong moment to stop by and bring us something to eat?
Stop. It's my mother we're talking about.
Do not make her feel self-conscious. This was what you wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Don't say anything. Hi.
Paul, Christine, what on earth are you doing here?
Look, Baldwin, if you are bound and determined to beat yourself up about all this, don't let me stand in your way. But I honestly think that once Diane calms down, she'll realize what you've done for her.
You'd support my cause. Put in a good word. The lady does put great stock in your opinion.
I think we understand each other quite well. We both want the same thing, Baldwin, for Victor to pay. That puts us on the same side. I guess you could say we're allies.
Who is it? What are you doing here?
I would like to talk to you.
About what?
May I come in?
No, I don't think so.
Diane, please don't put up any walls. I'm not here to cause any more problems for you, okay?
And what makes you think I have problems?
We both have problems. You damn well know we do. I'm here to perhaps help solve them, or at least some of them.
You are not here for my benefit at all. You are here for one person, and one person only. You. You would like this divorce to go away. You would like me to go away as quickly and inexpensively as possible. That is why you are here. This is not for me. This is for you. Now, if you are able to admit this, maybe we can talk. But if you can't, then obviously you're still taking me for a fool. So which will it be?
I want this madness to end. If that is selfish, so be it.
Thank you. Please, come in.
Baby, you sure I can't get you a cup of coffee?
Well, actually, you could get me a cup for the road.
Cup to go coming up. Talk to me. What's the plan for today?
Well, let's see. Julia's picking up Nate, taking him to the pool. Oh, by the way, let her know if you want her to stay late, because I have to do a double shift at the hospital.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You know what that means, don't you? I'm just gonna have to pay you a little office visit, Dr. Olivia.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like full physical to me.
Oh, and then some. You have a beautiful day.
Miss me?
You know I will. I'll be damned. Girls for real. Callie Wayne got herself a gig in town.
No, Callie's not here. Yeah, that's right, she was, but she split. I got no idea where she took off to, man. Yeah, it's too bad. You just missed her by a couple days. Right.
Rob, who was that?
Didn't give a name.
Well, what'd he say?
Just that he was looking for you.
That's it.
That's it.
Thanks.
Hey, no big deal. Just did what you asked. Told him we were gone.
Do you think he bought it?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Man, I thought this place was far enough out of the way where he wouldn't track me down.
Well, you can't be sure it was your manager, kid.
Oh, come on now, Rob. Who else would it be? It's not like I have a lot of acquaintances in this town.
You're afraid of this man, aren't you, Kelly?
I realize it's not easy for you to talk to me now. Because you don't trust me. Which I deeply regret.
Well, there's only one person to blame for that.
Don't you think that this whole situation has totally spun out of control? Do you agree with that?
If you're asking me if I'm happy about where things stand between you and me, no, of course I'm not.
Don't you think what has happened is totally absurd? I mean, every time you and I are close to resolving our problem, the attorneys become involved and we take 2 steps backward. You know, it is not in their interest for us to resolve our problems between us. They want to line their pockets. So as long as you and I have this adversarial relationship, they are on the gravy train.
That's not a very flattering picture of our legal counsel. I dare say that John Silver would be a bit mortified.
Don't you understand? I don't give a damn about John Silver. I've come here because I'm concerned about you. I'm worried about you. Whatever you may think right now, I'm very concerned that the man you hired as your legal counsel has no morals and no ethics. If Michael Baldwin is still your attorney.
Alice. You and me.
Don't be so skeptical.
What's in it for you, Jack?
What do you mean?
Oh, well, suddenly you're... Well, you've got a more personal interest in Diane's settlement. Makes me think you might be hinting at something. Something that may have strings attached.
I think perhaps a more apt cliche might be when a person scratches someone's back.
Eventually, the other might be asked to scratch back. I'm not at all uncomfortable with that philosophy, Jack.
I didn't think you would be, Michael. I'll be in touch.
Let's not discuss my attorney. It's counterproductive.
Agreed. Diane, you can't deny my point. We were doing so much better when everyone else, including the attorneys, were kept out of this. And it was just you and I trying to solve our problems. Look, I have respect for you. I had love for you. You and I shared something very intimate together. Can't we work this out? Just the two of us? Get all this behind us? With some dignity and respect? Working together? Can we do that?
You're both so quiet. Is everything all right?
Fine, Mom. Fine. We brought you some flowers.
Thank you very much. I just didn't realize the two of you were here.
Well, we thought we'd surprise you and bring over some breakfast rolls,
Oh,
too.
my. That's very nice of you, dear.
In case you're wondering, Charlie let us in.
Oh, then you've seen him.
Oh, yeah, we saw him all right. He said you were still upstairs getting dressed.
Where is he now?
In the kitchen, getting us some coffee.
Oh, well, I better help him. Excuse me, will you?
From now on, we call first.
You're really enjoying this, aren't you?
Well, you have to admit, it's kind of cute.
Cute. my mother spending the night with Charlie is cute.
Here's the coffee. Sorry it took so long. Don't really know my way around Mary's kitchen.
What he's saying is true.
No explanations. We're all adults here.
Yes, please. Don't be embarrassed. We understand.
But you don't, Christy.
Whoa, 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 wait a minute. You two don't think... Look, I did not spend the night here. Get that thought right out of your head.
I can see how you might leap to that conclusion with Charlie here so early. But it's true, nothing like that happened.
However, we did have breakfast plans. I came here this morning to pick up your mother. She wasn't quite ready when I arrived.
Look, I'm sorry.
Well, you should be. I thought you knew me a lot better than that. Charlie, let's just go. Lock up when you leave.
Have fun.
Mrs. Newman, I've got the landscaper squared away.
Oh, good. Thank you, Miguel. Surprised you can function at all up there in the clouds.
Veronica's accepted my proposal. We are going to be married.
What? Oh, my goodness, Miguel. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Newman. We are both very happy. But in terms of arrangements, I plan on staying on and continuing with my duties, but there are some issues.
Like where you and your new bride will live.
Yes, once she becomes my wife, she's going to move in with me. I'd like to expand my quarters to make more room. I want to make it a perfect place for both of us. I know this is an imposition, Mrs. Newman, but it would make everything so perfect. Especially now that Veronica's working for Cole.
Well, I'll tell you, Miguel. If I did have a problem with Veronica living here, seeing how happy she's made you, I don't have a problem anymore.
Thank you, Mrs. Newman. I can't tell you how much your trust and understanding means to me.
Is there something else?
How about Mr. Newman? How will he feel about Veronica living here with me?
Cole, I apologize for interrupting.
Veronica, don't give it another thought. You're right on time. Which is absolutely excellent because something has come up that's going to affect both of us. Something I hope you'll find as intriguing as I do.
Well, I don't know when I've had so much egg on my face.
Don't feel bad. I thought the same thing you did.
Well, it's not just making the wrong assumption. It's the way I felt when I thought it might be true. I mean, we both were gung-ho with the idea of setting my mom up, getting her a social life. Now that it's starting to happen, I'm not dealing with it the way I thought I would.
That's understandable.
No, it still doesn't make it fair.
Fair.
Yeah, my mom seems happy enough. Charlie's a nice guy, and as long as he treats her right, I mean, what's the big deal? Why can't I accept the two of them? Although, on the other hand, it's not very realistic. She is mine. Chris?
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
There's just something about this picture of your dad. I don't even know what it is. It just seems so familiar to me.
Oh, of course it's familiar. You've seen it right there 1,000 times.
That must be it.
What's so funny?
The look on your face when Charlie answered the door, it was priceless.
Well, It's not every day you catch your mother getting it on.
So what, do you think there's romance in their future?
I don't know. But I sure do know there's some in ours.
Look, Callie, I know you're in trouble. But I'm not going to ask you what kind. You got a great voice, kid. While you're here, I'm bringing in a little cash. So I'm going to cover for you. As long as I don't get dragged into nothing.
Hey, it's not even like that. I just have a little business problem. That's it. Certain people don't know I'm singing here.
You like to keep it that way.
Right. Now, whoever called before, you handled it great. Anyone else asks for me, do it again, okay?
Just tell him you left.
Right. I'm not here.
Oh, but what if it's one of your boyfriends calling, huh? Instead of business.
I don't have a boyfriend, Rob.
Come on, pretty girl like you. Must be a guy or two hanging around.
I thought I might have a friend here in this town, but I was wrong. So drop it, all right? There is nobody I want to talk to. Not now, not ever.
The Crow's Nest Lounge. Live entertainment. Featuring Callie Rogers.
I know I made some mistakes.
Yes, you did.
But that was years ago, man. I guess some things hurt too bad, huh?
Now, see, Callie, it ain't got nothing to do with her. It's about trust, but what do you know about trust, huh? You know, believing in what people tell you or don't.
Okay. I get it. Nice seeing you again. Oh, Malcolm. I told you I'm working. I got a gig in town.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know how long I'm going to be around before I have to hit the road again. So maybe you should stop in one night.
What are you doing? You singing?
Mm-hmm. You gonna come by?
No. No, I don't think so.
Maybe you should bring your wife. She might get off on it.
All right, Callie. How'd you know I was married?
Wedding band. Dead giveaway. She must be something else, huh?
Yep. That's right, Callie. My wife is something else.
Dignity and respect.
I think we're both capable of that. Now, you know I've come to you with several proposals. They've all turned down for various reasons. So why don't you tell me now what you want? What you need to move forward? I'll try everything in my power to fulfill those needs. What do you say?
All right.
I know you need a little time to think about this, but I'd like to make an appointment between just the two of us and work things out.
Let me give it a little more thought. Check my appointment book. And then I'll get back to you later today.
I expect your call. I really think that this is the best way to deal with it. I think the two of us can come to an understanding. I'm sorry for all that has happened. I really am.
Michael Baldwin.
Michael, John Silva.
Counselor, what can I do for you?
You can tell me when you and Diane might be ready to reopen negotiations.
I find it very intriguing that Victor Newman is eager to settle again.
I find it very intriguing that you have no apparent interest in resolving this. Why is that, Michael? Clue me in.
Someone just walked in. I will get back to you right away. Thank you. They know something's not right. That's why they want to settle. Damn it, Diane. You need me. You need me more than ever. Now, how do I convince you? I gotta do it. Both our futures depend on this.
Miguel, I'll do what I can. I have to believe that I'll be able to work things out with Victor so that having Veronica live here won't be a problem.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Newman. I am very relieved to hear you say that.
Well, you've waited a long time for this kind of happiness. I want it to be everything you've always hoped for.
Thank you again. I'll always be in your debt.
Something I'll find intriguing. Does it have anything to do with the book you're working on now?
Well, it has to do with an idea that I've set aside and I'm ready to come back to.
I don't follow.
Well, look, Veronica, you know that I've been struggling with my last few chapters. So I talked to my publisher, Steve Connolly.
The man I met at your wedding.
Right. Anyway, Steve has agreed to give me a little slack for my deadlines, knowing that I want to be satisfied with whatever I send him. Anyway, here, have a seat. So, for the next few weeks, I'm going to totally shift gears. I'm going to get the old juices flowing by stepping aside from my current endeavor and jumping into another project that I've had on the back burner. Something I'm absolutely fascinated with. It's going to take a ton of research of a different kind. And I'm hoping that I can count on you to help me.
Of course, Cole, whatever I can do. Sounds quite captivating.
Veronica, believe me when I tell you it is.
So, what's this new project about?
Well, it's the first time that I've attempted something like this, but it's a fictionalized work based on a real-life incident. Excuse me, Veronica? Hello? Oh, hey, Pat. Yeah, thank you for calling back. Can you hang on a sec? I've got someone here. That's my insurance gal. It might take a few minutes. So, why don't you have a look at that? And I think you see what it's about. You see why I'm so caught up in it. Have a seat. Okay, Pat, I'm back. Thank you. Yeah, you called the other day and... Oh, that's right. I promised to send you that information. I'm so sorry. Totally slipped my mind. Yeah, the wedding was wonderful. Thank you. We're very happy. Well, let me check and see if I can...
Join us again for The Young and the Restless.